everybody. Believe it or not, the only tools that I'm going to use for this is a little small knife, and the other tool that I used was a protractor. I think that's what you call them. Been a long time since I've been in school. Long time since I've been in school. But I think it's called a protractor. That's all I did. So what I did first of all is I just, took some regular, just pink foam, and I figured out where I wanted to, do the design. Made the design. And all I really did, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that, but I just, I just scored it, scored the foam. Sorry if my hands are getting in the way, but I just scored it, and I don't know if you can see it there too well, but the lighting in here kind of stinks too, so I've got that in common also with Terrain Noob. But I just scored it and then cut it. Really hard to do. If I did years and years of schooling to learn how to cut foam. Yeah, right. But that's all I did. I just cut it. And the thing I liked about this blade is, I don't know if you can pick it up, but it bends pretty good, so I can cut at an angle on this one. I loved it. Well, until I messed up. I loved it, but that was great. I figured that out, and then I cut it. Not too worried about that mistake that I got there, because that's coming off. All right. So that was basically it. I got the first, shape. And then I took this and went a little bit, just a little bit further in. And then I scored it again. And that was just going to be the second level of, the stairs. And then we did it again. Again, the bend. Love the bend. Love the bend. Except I messed up there. But, okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you half of how I did it. Sorry. I'm so new to this stuff, it's ridiculous. Okay, so let's make believe that this is a whole thing, alright? But, so I scored it the second time, and what I did is I went here and went halfway, okay, and scored halfway around that. I hope you can see it good. So, but I just scored halfway, and inside just a little bit, just deep enough, maybe about however deep this line, the second line is. Okay, and then I went back here and cut around the score line that I had made, and hopefully if it worked out and I cut deep enough, this would come out the first time. And if it doesn't, it's not a big deal, because just go over it again until you get there. You might have to go back in here and score it a little deeper, but that's it, and it falls right off. And that's it. That's how I did the stairs. I cleaned it up a little bit, with the technique that I learned a long time way back by Terrainaholic. And if you haven't seen his videos, you should find him. He's one of the first people that I started talking to. Him and Terrain Noob started messaging back and forth, and they've been a big help in me getting into this whole YouTube community. But the technique that I got from him might not be his, but it's where I first saw it. So what I did is I just cut it a little bit and, you know, snapped it off, made some, you know, some rough cuts and stuff like that, just to simulate, you know, rock. And that's pretty much what I did to go around. I did that whole, you know, I did the whole edge of the steps, okay, and then went back up here and did the same thing up here. You know, just made it rough, as he so pointedly put it. And that rock isn't smooth. Rock has no conformity to it. It's probably one of the easiest things to make in you know, in the terrain build, because there's just no rhyme or reason where you cut. You know, it's you do it, and if it doesn't look right, then I say you've done it right, because what rock out there really looks perfect, huh? It really looks right. So, you know, if you've made the rock cuts and it doesn't look like what, you know, you've meant for it to look like, I say you've done it right. Right? So that's how I did that. Okay. The next step that I did was the stairs, and there's not too much room down here because I made it a smaller one, but it's basically the same, you know, technique on that Terrain Noob, and how he as Terrain Noob pointed out on his video. And again, you know, the link is at the bottom, and I'll post that link. It's a cemetery piece that that he did with I think it was 5-star. He had a competition, and it was one of the very first models that I did, and I used different techniques than he did, but at the later point I went back and I found out how he did it, and I'm bummed out that I didn't know that technique first, because it would have made so much of a difference, and, you know, would have killed so much more time. So I'm doing the score. I figured out where I want the steps to end, and do a little score again, and that'll be where the steps are. Do the steps again. Again, just making the score, coming back with so here it is. So you just go over this where you scored with the pencil, and it gives it that groove, and that's basically, you know, just how I did the steps. All right, just finish those two little ones off here, and that's it. I hope you can see that. So let me play with the camera a little bit, see if I can figure it out, get it in there closer. Yeah, so you can see. All right, and I'll have to figure out this camera. I'm sorry again. So I did that, and then just to make it, you know, rocky looking, did the little divots. Again, he came in here and did one of these. Just go at an angle, right? Cut it in and pop it off. Love that technique, just to pop it off. I'm gonna do another one because I liked it so much. And it's my world.